I was 4 years old when I met him for the first time. He was 40. I brought a red metal biscuit box with a few coins inside, the money that my parents had decided to give to the church during the Sunday Mass. I don't know why, but I immediately trusted in his honesty. He was so cheerful that I decided to give him the money and the red metal box as well. When I was 10, I used to go to the oratory next to the church, and actually I'm still going. He's a saint to all the people, boys, girls, their parents, who spend their time together with him, and I myself do think he's a saint. About the time, I remember above all his smile, his kindness, his caring, his consideration for me, female, as a peer person in a rotary masculine world. Growing up, I had the lucky to have his friendship, as really many of the boys and girls he cared about. Our friendship lasted 40 years till he passed away. I'm 48 now. We were like a really big family. He was born in Milan from a noble and rich family. He decided to renounce to all his benefits and privileges at the age of 27. He spent all his life working hard in spiritual, musical, sportive, tourist and recreational activities in the oratory and in the nearest Catholic middle school, leaving an unforgettable memory in the neighborhood's history and in all our hearts. In 50 years, he slowly changed as a drop on the rock mentality and habits, conquering for him and for the Church a recognized reliability from whom profess different religions or support distinct political parties. His constant presence, his listening, his dedication, his support, his love toward us and entire neighborhood, his fatherhood, has made him so popular as a father cozy without discrimination, responsible and caring, stern and patient, willing to listen, to support, strong in decision, guide humble and constant in the darkness of joys, in the storms of adversities, during each instant of life and in the existential suburbs, the father that many of us did not have. All of us have always thought about him as a father. All of us loved his old grey sweater and his old dusty black shoes. With this testimony, he showed to all of us the imaging of how God can be Father, and in this way he has accompanied many of us to faith and to the larger family of the Church. He taught us about everything, how to find constellations, how to recognize the pozzolan, how to make statistical calculation of the number of blossoms on a cherry tree and how to predict how many fruit, how to identify winds and how to do weather forecasts based on the types of the clothes, what it means to be a Sherpa, a special guide for young during trekking, with gaiety, light, heartedness and responsibility, how to escape to his famous child jokes, but, above all, how to orient ourselves to face our choice of life, sometimes so impossible, with confidence. Point the compass on the gospel and go. Don't look back. The Lord will guide you. A simple and joyful faith, with contemplation and constant reflection on the little things, on every aspect of nature, in which everything is assigned to the eyes from whom know how to look at. He showed us how life is, like a mountain trekking longer with ascents and descents, luxury and hunger, loneliness and companionship, health and disease. He made us aware that listening to the will of God and providence would not have spared us from unexpected, but would multiply the probabilities and possibilities. then people that the Lord put close to us are more interesting experience than destination or journey itself. That in any case, it's a wonderful experience about the concreteness of real life. He was, for me and for all of us, continuous source of encouragement and support in every situation. Thanks to him, I've studied in several universities, I trained the female volleyball team, I reviewed his books, I worked in preparing the parish bulletin, I printed and assembled hundreds of school books, I learned something in administration, in public relations agencies and private. I organized events, I traveled, I worked abroad comparing with other cultures and religions, and learning the values of mutual knowledge and respect. In a word, it taught me how starting a new venture without fear, in complete trust in the Lord's plans and my abilities, you can achieve everything if the Lord wants. Thanks to him, I've been a teacher in a primary school with pupils 6-10 aged for 27 years. I will be happy to be able to transmit to all my students just half of what I've received from him. For these reasons, shared by all, an endless procession of people form students, coming from Italy but also from all over the world, Malta, India, China, United States, more than 3,000 in 2 days, during the night and the day, beginning the day of his death, the 22nd of April 2014, at the age of 87, and stopped in his funeral day, as described by many local and national newspapers also. In drips and drops, attesting to the quality and quantity of his commitment of half a century, everyone full of tears in the eyes, full of his own thanks, rich of memory of his personal help, everyone talking about their anecdotes of it manifest present in various ways, each one aware and grateful for the great gift and a great privilege to have lived as a daily and ordinary the presence of him who was instead unique and extraordinary. For his last earthly journey, he wanted a backpack with him. That time he wasn't at the train station to greet us and to get us many water balloons as usual. That time we said goodbye to him and we told him together how much we have loved him and how much we have been missing him already. His name is Padre Guido Chiaravalli and I will never forget him. Freely adapted from my funeral speech